Hello, I'm Viet Cường. You're watching Taiwan News. Today's headlines. Nguyen Leaders work with Indonesian Embassy. Nguyen launches Working Class Celebration Month. Trường Sa March. On April 23rd, the delegation of Indonesian Embassy in Vietnam, led by Mr. Mayor Phas, Ambassador, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, had a meeting with Nguyen leaders. The meeting was attended and presided over by Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, Chairman of Nguyen Provincial People's Committee. At the meeting, Mr. Long gave the delegation a brief introduction on the recent socio-economic development of Nguyen province and hoped to build a bilateral trade relationship between the province and Indonesia's enterprises in particular and between the two countries in general. The ambassador, on the other hand, discussed the economic and social cooperation between the two parties. In 2012, the bilateral trade relations between Vietnam and Indonesia reached $5 billion, and over 30 Indonesian investment projects in Vietnam are estimated to achieve $300 million. Currently, agricultural products such as rice, tea, etc. that Indonesia is importing from Vietnam have an estimated value of $2 billion. At the end of the meeting, the ambassador expressed the desire to establish twin towers between Nguyen province and Indonesia to cooperate and promote investment in manufacturing and processing tea products in the near future. On April 23rd, Nguyen Provincial Labor Union launched its Working Class Celebration Month 2013. This is one of the activities to welcome the 30th anniversary of South Vietnam's liberation, April 30th, and the 127th anniversary of May Day, May 1st. The ceremony was attended by Mr. Hoàng Ngọc Thanh, Vice Chairman of Vietnam's General Labor Confederation. There are now more than 3,300 businesses with over 130,000 workers in Nguyen province. In recent years, the working staffs have showed enthusiastic response to the movements and campaigns promoted by Nguyen Provincial Labor Union and the trade union movement. Responding to its Working Class Celebration Month 2013, different trade union levels of the province will promote propaganda among members, employees, and officials to help them know more about the legal documentation and labor law. Moreover, various activities related to taking care of material and spiritual lives of the laborers will be covered. Patriotic emulation movements among workers, employees, and officials will be enhanced with the core, good and creative labor, etc. At the launching ceremony, Vietnam General Labor Confederation donated the Golden Heart Fund of 40 million Vietnam dong to workers, while Nguyen Provincial Labor Union provided 2 warm trade union houses for 2 disadvantaged workers' families, each of which is worth 20 million Vietnam dong. On April 21st, PTI Entrepreneur Training School held a closing ceremony and awarded graduation certificates of the first CEO training course to Nguyen. The training course attracted nearly 80 entrepreneurs, managers who are operating their businesses in Nguyen province. During a 4-month training program, businessmen were involved in many practical topics such as methods for leadership development, strategy plans, management systems, company culture, human resources management for leadership, marketing strategies, business trademark, financial and accounting administration for business leaders. In addition, the training course provided dialogues with economic specialists, internship and exchange administration experience with a number of large companies in Vietnam. At the closing ceremony, the participants of the course donated 5 million Vietnam dong to Nguyen Provincial Social Aiding Center. Announced the announcement on the requirement for applying for visas to the United Kingdom. On March 21, 2013, the representatives of the British Embassy in Hanoi worked with the Consular Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Vietnam, to announce its note that as from June 30, 2013, the United Kingdom will require Vietnamese citizens to submit their health certificates certifying themselves to be tuberculosis-free in the visa applications with over 6-month duration of stay. Visa applicants for the United Kingdom with under 6-month duration of stay and diplomatic passport holders will not have to submit this kind of certificate. The United Kingdom authorizes IOM, International Organization for Migration, to guide the visa applicants to its assigned health clinics in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi to have themselves tested and certified. The certificate will be valid within 6 months from its date of issue. The cost of testing and certifying is $90 per person. For more information, please visit www.lanhsuvietnam.gov.vn. Sincerely thanks. From April 6th to 15th, 2013, on the ship named Khánh Hòa 01 HQ 561, Mr. Nguyen Leaders, Chief Judge of Thái Nguyên People's Court, led the Thái Nguyên delegation in the mission number 4, Vietnamese People's Navy, consisting of the representatives from the Civil Servant Trade Union of Vietnam, the 3 provinces of Thái Nguyên, Bắc Giang, and Hà Nam, and some other agencies visiting and presenting gifts to the people in Trường Sa, the sacred archipelago of Vietnam. The mission started from Khánh Hòa Port. The beautiful sunlight in Cam Ranh Port seemed to add motivation, excitement, and eagerness to a roughly 2,000-kilometer sea voyage with 100 people on board. After a day at sea, the first place that the mission visited was Da Nam Island. Everyone was really moved to see the first sacred milestone island of the nation with their own eyes. The on-board commemoration ceremony for martyrs who sacrificed for Trường Sa became extremely sacred. Trường Sa attracts the mainland right from the very simple things like the petals of Bang Vuông trees and Phong Ba trees, and its Trường Sa, which is the flesh and blood and the soul of the people in the mainland. Stopping on Sinh Tồn Island, on behalf of the mainland people in general and Thái Nguyên people in particular, Mr. Nguyen Leaders and the other delegates give best regards and gifts worth 100 million Vietnam dong from the mainland people to the people in Trường Sa.
Mặc dù nhiều năm thực hiện công tác tuyên truyền về Trường Sa.
This is the first time I've set foot here after many years of propagandizing the information about Trường Sa. Through the trip, I experienced the sacred love that the mainland people give to the soldiers on the island. In the future, we will have more practical and detailed propaganda on our sea and islands. Thái Nguyên province now has 3 soldiers on duty on the islands of Sinh Tồn and Trường Sa. Their presence here promotes the tradition of the revolutionary homeland of Thái Nguyên. The exploration of everyday life activities of the officers, soldiers, and people in the archipelago created unforgettable memories about the relationship between the army and the people and their determination to defend the sovereignty of the country. Hello, Thái Nguyên. First of all, I would like to wish my family and all Thái Nguyên people good health. I'm very proud to be on duty here. As a child of Thái Nguyên, I will try to continue the tradition of my elders. Leaving Trường Sa, all the mission did miss the archipelago and really wanted to be back here. Perhaps those who have been to Trường Sa all take boundless pride in the nation and have more intensive will, determination, and emotion. And for those who have been to Trường Sa, their journeys to this sacred archipelago were their explorations. In the programs to come, we will continue introducing more reports of the mission number 4, one of the missions of the Vietnamese People's Navy. And that ends our program today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.